Alright, so when I first got this motorcycle about 4 or 5 years ago, was it about 5 years ago, my wife asked me if I knew how to ride, and I told her, yeah, I know how to ride. I'd ridden a motorcycle when I was, 15. Well, I was in my 30s now, and I really didn't remember how to ride, but we picked out a bike we wanted, and we bought it, and we had a good time. Matter of fact, we had to get the guy that we bought it from to drive it to the house for us. And she told me, she says, look, honey, after work for the next week, I want you to do whatever you got to do, practice every day, get right with God or something, come this weekend, we're riding. So that's what I did. Well, a month into riding, she says, let's take it down to my parents' house in South Georgia. Well, for us, that's about a 5-hour drive. And on a motorcycle, I know a lot of y'all know if you ride on a motorcycle that you have to stop about every hour to stretch your legs because your butt is numb. Your arms get numb, and drove all the way down to South Georgia, got it to Bicknell's house, and we rode all day Saturday. And we were just about done riding, coming back to the house, when this dog walks out in front of us. Just your average mutt, middle-sized dog, meanders out in the road. I'm thinking, no, 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 no. I'm slowing down the whole time because I'm thinking this dumb dog is not going to move. He just kept walking in our direction. And he nailed me. His head hit me in the shin, and his body and everything hit right here and took all of this back. Then my shifter here is in this neat little design because when he hit me, this shifter shoved up into the engine, and your foot pad, or whatever you call this, floorboard, fell off with the dog, and all the metal work that's underneath it was pinned backwards too. Well, I couldn't feel my leg, and I didn't know if it was broke, but I couldn't feel it at all, and I knew I just had to stop. So I slowed down as much as I could, and I took the bike off into the grass to the right and laid the bike down. I got a dent right here in my gas tank where it laid on my leg, and the bike cut itself off, and luckily there was somebody behind us that saw it, come over to help us. I was okay. We were both okay. We were wearing our helmets. We got up. We were fine. I did get feeling back in my leg, and it hurt, but it was fine. I was wearing steel-toe shoes at the time, and it completely destroyed my steel-toe shoes. If I hadn't been wearing them, I probably would have broke my foot on the dog. But I picked the bike up, and somebody had a pipe in the back of their truck, and I shoved the pipe on the shifter, and I bent it backwards, and I got it to where it would shift, because at the time everything was pinned up against it and it wouldn't move. But I got it to where it would go into first gear, and I drove it on to Bicknell's house. The people behind us gave Dolores a ride, and we got to her dad's house, and I got his tools and I bent it out a little bit so it'd work. I re-bent this out and put the floorboard back on, and I have not touched this since. It works fine. It fits comfortable with my foot. On a natural stance, my foot kind of hangs out to the left anyway. Even when I sleep, that foot goes out of the covers. So this just fits natural for it to be bent this way. And now, I could straighten it out. And, it'd look perfect and all that. But I was telling somebody about it the other day, and I told them, I said, well, now when I go places with guys with motorcycles, and they say, what happened there? I got a nice, fun story to tell everybody.
There you go.
And I called my dad to tell him about it. I was like, Dad, I got in a wreck with the motorcycle. He's like, you okay? I said, yeah. I told him, I said, I got up and straightened it out and drove it onto the house. He said, congratulations, you're a biker. He said, trust me, everybody hits something, and everybody crashes one time good.
Yeah.
And if you don't get back on it, you're not a biker. He said, but you got back on it and you drove to the house, so congratulations. So there you go.